Okay. Okay.
Quality of service.
Quality of service. With the quality of services, it balances security and performance too.
Okay. Quality of service.
Yeah, but it would take priority.
Right, it does. That is correct.
Yeah. And so it could slow down some of the performance because some traffic may have priority over others, and therefore it will slow other traffic down to make sure that's priority.
Yeah.
And then we look at the VPN, assume the VPN, because of all the encryption, that's definitely going to cause some issues. So
the firewall seems to be more balancing than other choices. DMZ policies and VPN. Okay.
So let's go ahead and go with D.
For one, a policy have to slow down too because it has to check all the incoming traffic against the rules.
Yes, it will still.
So you mean ingress and ingress, right? Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
But you with a firewall, you could set rules to say any, or you have more control with the firewall. With VPN, you still would have the IPsec. And it will cause that quality of service. So we can eliminate D and C. A is questionable because you have to be in the DMZ, which you want to bypass and go straight into the environment. So we can go ahead. Yeah, let's do that. Correct.
Okay, we were right. Good.
Wow. So that was a good choice. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
So how's the balancing both performance and security? Need effective bypass security performance reason. Okay.
Yeah, so the DMZ, it's public facing.
Yes, okay.
And then your quality of service.
Policies per traffic. Okay, so QoS is different. Okay.
Chris is a small group, so you should be able to just speak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a safe place to speak. Okay, I know.
Okay, just give me. I'll go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, can you go back to the question? There was a clue for us within the question. Look at, however, during the implementation, there arises a need to allow specific traffic to bypass certain security. So what I have gathered in this CISSP practice question is that sometimes we are given some clues which guide us in choosing the right answer. So if you read and you get to this particular aspect of the question, a need to allow specific traffic. This phrase can guide you to look for what they are requesting you to choose. So based on this, if you go through the answers, you can easily take A out because A will call for implementation of another aspect. And then you look for quality of service. Quality of service will be prioritized over security, and then that will go against the question. And so I was contemplating upon C and D. But upon looking at D, I saw specific traffic. I saw specific traffic in relation to what the question was asking for. That's why I went for D.
Yeah, so I did my pass. Okay.
One question is, can you give an example of quality of service policies?
Yeah.
What is quality of service policy? Example.
I do have an example would be in a network. Sometimes you may have a voice over IP and you have your regular data traffic. So you will want your voice traffic to have priority. So we use QoS for that type of traffic because if it will drop the voice or called jitters.
Yeah, okay. Avoid the traffic. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So here's to make sure that traffic has priority over data.
Okay. So it's not really focusing on the balance of both, right? Okay.
Yes, it doesn't. It says, like, you may say your voice data has priority, so I don't want calls to get dropped. So if the data traffic is high, it actually will drop the data traffic and make sure the voice traffic stays at top priority.
And quality of service is mostly used in multimedia applications.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Give me a thumbs up. You ready to go to the next one? You all good? We're going to the next one? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I agree.
Two. I think everyone chose, majority of people chose A for that one.
Oh, Bastion. Okay. So the word Bastion is more of a secret, or what is Bastion? More monitoring, host for managing privilege.
Let me see here. I think a Bastion host is a jump host. Yeah, Bastion host is actually a jump host that you would have.
Yeah. So if you have a secured private network, if you wanted to access anything, any systems which is within that private network, you typically have a Bastion host or jump host, and you connect to the jump host, and then you'll try to access any of the systems within that network.
Okay.
Are you all good with that one?
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone.
I'm gonna show you. I think I got an image here.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. How you doing?
Very well.
This right here.
Okay, let's see your picture.
See what the Bastion host. Mario, you good with that one?
Yes, correct. Yes, thank you. Yes, yeah, I see the picture. Yeah, yes, I remember the word Bastion. Yeah, thank you. So that's in the middle, right? Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Kind of a filtering the traffic.
Yeah. They call it a jump host.
Jump host. Okay.
Yes. I think we chose a.
Well, I have to remember these words. Some of you network gurus are here, so we got to understand these things. It could be, especially Ramesh and all these guys.
Yeah, sure, Mario.
Yeah, I've seen this. So it's data classification authorized can access highly confidential database following control.
Okay. So you got a D. All right. So what I just feel like you said use the same process. What are they asking?
Yeah.
Who's asking it?
So really to enforce only the authorized people can access highly confidential information stored in the database.
I think the key
High,
authorized personnel. So that's go ahead. I'm sorry, Mario.
No, you are right. Okay. Highly authorized. Okay, good. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards a role-based.
Right. Two needs there. And we know it's not discretionary because that'll be individual, mandatory. That'd be more military. So it would be A and D.
A and D.
Yeah, attribute based off this is my understanding with like a particular application.
Yeah, more of a granular base, very attribute, right? Like object, something attribute level, right? Okay, control, role based. I don't know.
Role based is more of a group. You have a group and you add individuals, and that group will have access.
Yeah, attribute is very more lower than the group is little higher. But here they are asking the authorized personnel. Okay.
Right? So
it looks a little more closer to what they're asking than the.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit submit. See what we get there.
Oh,
It got us all.
my goodness. Oof.
Let's go back to this one. I think we can unpack this one a little bit more.
Wow. Role. Job function. Okay. It may not provide fine grain control needed. Oh, so they are looking for fine grain control needed. Highly. I thought D also will give fine grain control. Attributes make access control while ABC offers flexibility. Defining policies based on multiple attributes. I didn't know the mandatory has that set. Okay.
So if we look at the question again, where does it mention or hint about fine-grained control?
Well, in the data classification, right? What are the data classification level, right? Top secret, different classified, right? Based on the value. So handling procedures to ensure only authorized people stored in the database, technical control, enforced this.
Reading this is almost like I would say you would be under the assumption that because you said classification or authorized personnel, that you're talking about military.
Yeah. Okay.
And that would be you have to assume that that's what they're talking about and highly confidential.
But I want to find out, ABC Corporation is not a private institution.
Yes.
I thought top secret, confidential are meant for governmental.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if that's for a private company, you wouldn't use that would not be the preferred method. Let me say that.
So I think for private institution, they will use proprietary, private, sensitive, and
Proprietary. Yeah, they would use that. So I would agree with that. You would be on the assumption that you're not talking about military when you say ABC Corporation.
And we had the question wrong because we didn't take notice of data classification and handling procedures that were indicated in the question.
And then authorized personnel. And I think one thing too that got me was, I guess, when you look at these roles back then, job functions and attribute, they're policy based. That is a little confusing, that one. All right, if you all want to move to the next one, that's fine.
Can you scroll down to see, for me to see the explanation which was given to C? No explanation.
Yeah, it doesn't give any explanation why that one.
So, it is, I didn't know the attributes and the mandatory access control is a little more refined control.
Then I presume, because it is a financial institution, the employees, those who will be working on the sensitive data, will need a clearance before they will be allowed to work on those data. And if that is possible, then we will need mandatory access control for.
So the word clearance come from classification. Is that true? Clearance, classification. Okay, data classification.
So if we did look at that and you say, in the private sector, do they use data classifications?
Yeah, within the private sector, they classify their data. As we've already learned in Domain 2 on how classification is done within the government and the private sector, data classification are also applied in the private sector. Most private sector, those working on financial data, whenever they employ you or you are allowed to work on their data, you'll be required to provide clearance.
Okay.
So I did put this question in chat, and it said it would be role based.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did we want to flag that question?
Yeah. I would say flag this one. How will we classify this one as incorrect information?
My issue with the most of this question, especially, I understand the what's it called, the platform is being developed and it's still ongoing some changes. But if the answer is being explained so that you know the reason why the answer is the answer, not just explaining why others are wrong. Because the best answer in this option is role based. I was surprised when I saw mandatory access control. But
If you look here,
an explanation that can give me enough reason why it should be the answer, then fine.
But do you know something? Not all ChatGPT answers are right. Sometimes the answers are also wrong. Yesterday, I was using OSG questions. Explanation that was given to me, I think, was okay. But when I check it in ChatGPT, they also provided something different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chris, you're right. In some cases, ChatGPT is always sometimes wrong. But at the same time, what I'm saying is that if the answer is C in the previous question, there should be an explanation why the answer is C. That will help us to learn and also not make that same mistake again. But now we shouldn't be relying on ChatGPT to tell us the right answer, right? But if we had the explanation, there won't be us back out on why. As you can see, we took a lot of time in analyzing that question because it's maybe for me, I find it strange that it's mandatory, but if I can see an explanation that explains the reason why it's C is the answer, fine.
If you look up another AI, it's called Grok, GOK. It's a little different from ChatGPT, and it's very popular too. I always like to compare, AI models.
yeah.
Okay. So this one is little bit.
I didn't get the AI that you mentioned. What is it? Can you state it again? Like if you can type in the chat for me.
Oh yeah. I'll do that. Let me go to it and let me see here. Hold on, let me go to it real quick here. Okay, here we go.
In the chat, if you look in here.
Yep. I'm gonna do that right now here. Control V. There we go.
So, Chris, are we confirming which AI is more intelligent? Or I'm a little confused, Chris.
No, I did put that question in Grok, and Grok said the same thing, role based.
Okay.
So so I think flagging that question would be good. Yeah.
Because be honest with you, this is a good question. They could give you a scenario, can be confusing, right? Attribute mandatory, role-based, and the other one, right? Which section is this, Chris? These access control in the database development, or I'm trying to understand the domain of this, where this attribute, this IAM, right? Is it IAM? Identity and access management, I believe, right? This is domain.
You said which domain?
Yeah, IAM, identity and access.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, got it. Protect data in transit. Okay, this is a good question. I think I'm leaning D, but go ahead, you guys analyze it. VPN, IPsec, AES in transit.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards D.
Well,
All right. So we go with D for this one.
Yeah, because this is an easy one. Because if you look, you
yeah,
can see Telnet's not secure. You
So-
see Bravo is a BitLocker, that's data at rest. And then C is AES, that's just in encryption. But IDEA, that is digital for
Okay.
signing. So that's the
yeah. So to be honest, if you look at number 2, it's more of a storage related, right? File vault of BitLocker. It's not transit, right? You look at the word transisting, it's moving from one to other, right? Here is data in transit. Is it others are transit or no, right? Telnet, I don't know anything. It's just more of a remotely logging in, right? ISD and UDP, different protocol, right? So I think VPN, IPsec, all three are more transiting data, right? Correct. I don't know if anybody says, Chris, any thought on the network expert? BitLocker, more of I don't know, more storing.
It's more of a data at rest.
Data at rest, exactly right. Vault, Azure Vault, all data at storing data, right? Correct.
Yes.
So they could give you a scenario saying, protect data in rest, and throw this question and say what it is.
Yeah, this right here. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I don't know about AES, Serpent, and IDEA.
All these IAS, IDEA, or symmetric encryptions.
Oh, encryption. Yes, advanced encryption. Yes, Serpent, IDEA. Okay, so those are.
So all those are typically used in encryption and rest.
Oh, in rest. Okay, rest. Okay, good. Okay, good.
Go to the next one here.
No, I'm trying. Yeah, I was thinking, what is the word intangible? Can we measure it or can we not measure it, right?
no intangible cannot really be measured. So
I see. Really not to be measured. So that's we're confused. Okay, intangible asset. Okay.
yeah, you can't touch it. You really can't touch the intangible assets. So the one which is not an example of intangible asset is an employee, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Very good point. Okay. Yeah. So it's you mean when you say you cannot you employ. Okay.
So it's an intangible asset to calculate that it is qualitative. You using like a low, medium, high.
Okay. Yes. Correct. Yes. So intangible, is it this qualitative or quantitative or not there, right? Okay. Low, high, medium.
Yeah, that's qualitative.
Oh, qualitative. Okay.
Yeah, quantitative is dealing with like monetary value.
Oh, money. Okay. This cost this much money. This cost this.
Correct.
Much. Okay. Yes. Okay. Very good. Okay. Yeah, I know.
Okay. I go to the next one there. We only have a few more, so we good to go there.
Okay. I'm leaning towards A on that question.
Okay.
And the reason why it's saying quantitative risk analysis, it's mentioning that.
You say,
Yeah, the question is too big to understand, but keywords to figure.
Well, that's a repeat question.
Something like, I think it's, did you put A in there or let me see here. C.
That's what I'm leaning towards.
I'm going to choose C the second time. D, probably that one.
Yeah, protecting in memory is the most difficult data in memory.
Can someone explain?
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay, fine.
Okay. You know what? If you someone want to explain this one?
Yeah, I'll explain. Can you go up to the question? So it's saying Sandra wants to secure an encryption key, which would be the most difficult to protect. Well, if you have it in memory, you really can't protect it in memory there. You know, you can protect it on a disk, you could protect it on a local network, you could protect it on a public network, but you can't in memory. It's data that is in use, you know, and it's difficult to protect it.
So what network, a public network?
Now I would say, as far as the, it's still, you still can encrypt that data and save it in the cloud.
And I think that they're going to homomorphic encryption for memory, which is not out yet, you know. And that's the only way to encrypt that. But as of right now, memory, it can't be encrypted there when it's in use. When it's in use. Yeah, go with A.
Awesome. Okay, give me a thumbs up. Go to the next one.
Excuse me, I was reading a certain online article and it was talking about combination of SAT and dynamic known as interactive. I don't know if somebody has also read something on that. Interactive application security testing. That's the combination of these two.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yes, correct. Interactive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's the combination of SAST and TAST.
Yeah.
See, right?
GDPR, okay.
So can someone explain why not Privacy Shield or Safe Harbor? I think it is also European Union-based laws.
Okay, so I think like a week ago, I dropped a message on a group chat that was pinned, and it explained everything that's on the screen right now. I don't know if you can look for it. It was pinned to the group chat.
Okay.
Yes, everything here right now. But let me just give a brief explanation of what it is. Binding corporate rules is used in GDPR, between multinational companies. For example, a company that has a branch in Europe and wanting to deal with their branch in the US, they can use binding corporate rules to send personal PII across, okay? Then Privacy Shield has been deprecated. That was around 2020, yeah? Before then it was Safe Harbor. Also the Safe Harbor before Privacy Shield, both of them, they've been deprecated. So now the standard contractual clause is what you use when you don't have that, when is what you use between countries, okay? Between two different countries. You are in one in Europe and the other one in any other part of the world where they don't have the adequacy decision. Decision being that they don't have the same level of security, that they don't have the same approved level of security to protect personal identifiable information, right? So if that adequacy decision is not there, whereby a country outside Europe, some countries like, for example, Singapore, I think they have adequacy decision with GDP, so that if anything is going there, they don't need anything extra. It just goes. Any information can be sent to such country that adequacy decision. But when it's not available, you either use the standard contractual clauses when it's between two different countries, or binding corporate rules when it's between departments in multinational companies.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Appreciate it.
So just to clarify, so if you have a branch Europe and here, you have contractual agreement. Am I right? Getting this?
When you have a branch in Europe and of course in the US, in a big multinational company, you can use the binding corporate rules.
Okay.
Yes, but when you don't have it, when it's not between a branch, maybe just, of course, individuals, business partner, individuals in two different companies in Europe and of course any other part of the world without adequacy decision.
Okay.
What you use is the standard contractual clause.
Oh, standard. Okay.
Yes.
If it is only in Europe, then it's different. GDPR compliance. Okay.
Yeah, within Europe, of course, they are set to have what they call adequacy decision. They don't have a problem. They are okay as far as the country is under GDPR. They are okay with the way they send their private information. It's when it's coming out of GDPR that they have it. Where if there is no standing adequacy decision, you either use standard contractual clause or the binding corporate In fact, at the moment, there's the data privacy framework. They use it with Europe and US, but you have to apply for it. You have to have it as a company before you can evoke it, before you can use it. So most times people don't have it. If you don't have it, the SCC is what you use straight up.
Okay.
Right. Let's see. Anyone has any questions about this one? Good to go. Good job. Okay. That's it for the night. Anybody have anything? Add anything? All right.
No, thank you. It was a great discussion today. Got to know a lot of things.
Stephanie. All right.
Thank you for leading, Reg.
Oh, no problem. You guys have a wonderful night, and I guess the Friday.
Okay.
Thank you all.
All right. See you on Friday.